about to introduce you to my next guest, Miss Trinese Duplessis. Yay! Hey, Trinese.
Hey, hey, Dr. Rhonda Lawson, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
What's going on here? Thank you for having me on the show. I'm doing good.
Well, thank you
I had
for
a
being here.
well-rested day. I slept all day because I wanted to be ready and refreshed for this amazing interview that we're about to do. So I appreciate you once again for giving me a platform to talk about my projects. I'm sorry I missed you this weekend, but it's all good.
I know. I knew I should have called you sooner. I said, let me call her because maybe I can just swing by and get it on my way to the airport. But, I've been watching you for a long time. I've been knowing you since I moved back to the United States from Belgium. In fact, I think I met you before I moved back from Belgium, because my daughter was in your play.
Probably so. I think
she was in
Sweet Willie's Cotton Club. She was in
No, she was in your play that you did before Sweet Willie's Cotton Club.
She was in Sweet Willie's Cotton Club.
Yeah, what was that other one though? Oh my goodness.
Was it Mama T's Christmas?
Yes, it was Mama T's Christmas. That's exactly what it was.
It was Mama T's Christmas.
Yes, it was Mama T's Christmas. Okay. She was in that play, and that's how we met each other.
Yeah.
I met you as a playwright. But then you went to become a chef. Like during COVID, I guess, we couldn't do any more plays. So you went to your talent and you started cooking and you started a very successful business. And then you went from being a chef to a cookbook author. And then after you became the cookbook author, you went back to doing plays. So you've been a busy lady.
Yeah.
So how did all this come about?
I have been really busy. God has blessed me. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so of course, the pandemic hit us in 2020, right? Am I correct? About 2020?
Yes.
And I decided that I didn't want to work out of my 9 to 5. I was on my job for about 14 years, and they were just giving me the runaround. What happened was they were changing my shifts, so it didn't allow me to have creative activities. So I couldn't do any plays because I had different things that I was doing. So when the pandemic hit, I didn't want to deal with the public anymore. Yes. So I took a leave of absence, and and for that year I said I'm going to pick up my other gift. All of the restaurants were shut down. You couldn't eat anywhere. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to provide a service. God gifted me with cooking since I was a little girl. And I said, I'm going to provide a service. I'm going to pick up my catering business because, as you know, in 2018, many people didn't know I was doing oratory catering part-time while I was working at my 9 to 5. So it was only a part-time thing. And then when I left my job in 2020, it went full-fledged, and I put all of my energy into that business.
Look, I know you're shouting the other people out, but you are pure comedy. How many characters have you created besides Mama T?
Oh, okay. So Mama T is a beloved character. I got to get back to characters too. Mama T is a beloved character. Then we have Night War Tamika.
Yeah.
Then we have Paco. I even had, but you never seen this one. This one was done years ago. His name is Billy Bob. He is a racist in today's time because he thinks
goodness,
everybody black should know how to read. Girl,
I can't.
Rhonda, when I did the show, I had to stop myself from laughing for doing this character because it was just pathetic and hilarious at the same time. But let me say something about Paco. believe it or not, I don't know if you saw these pictures, Rhonda, but my sister and I, we got comedians all in my family. God bless the day. My grandfather was the greatest comedian, and that's why I get my comedic gifts from him. But me and my sister dressed up as guys when I was like 17, maybe 16, 17, something like that. We dressed up as guys. And that's when Paco was born. I didn't know his name was going to be Paco, but people thought that was Ice Cube's brother.
You know, I try to consider myself a pretty good gumbo expert. I mean, people like my gumbo, but I'm willing to try somebody else's if it's going to make my life a little easier.
Yes.
Well, that's what. Now, how does this gumbo work?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know how to make gumbo where you know you put the flour in the oil and you get that to a nice brown color. I like to get it a little darker brown because by the time you pour the liquids in, it lightens up a little bit. But like you said,
well, yeah, you use what I like too. No, ma'am. You can't walk. The original way of making it is flour with oil. You got to stir that thing into. And a lot of people like the peanut butter color. That's the color they're looking for. But I'm like you. I like mine's a little darker. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So that's the way of making it on the stove, and that's the longer way. But you can't walk it. But the way I do it is already packaged. The flour is already browned for you in the package already. And have the seasons and herbs and everything that you need. I got bay leaves. I got all of those herbs. And you know, if you're allergic to certain things, it's on the back of it what's in it. But it's already packaged. You just dump that in your roux. You dump it in your stock. I don't like water as just a regular stock because I think people do use water. Don't get me wrong, I'm not liking it. But if you're doing a seafood gumbo, you would use seafood stock. And if you're locally, you can borrow your shrimp heads.
That's what I do.
And you can get your stock that way. But if they have, yes, you can. And you can do the stock over on the shelf. Okay, the shock. Okay, you can get the seafood stock on the shelves. And doing a chicken and sausage gumbo, use chicken broth. Do it the school way. I borrow my chicken. The chicken is going in the gumbo. Everybody don't gumbo. Sometimes I do. If I'm putting chicken in the gumbo, I use a chicken stock from scratch. So I know everybody don't have time to do everything from scratch. I understand that.
No, that's a lot of time.
If you're at home and you have time, and especially if you have some guests, it's a lot of time. But the gumbo roux is going to take at least an hour. Chop an hour off of your time.
Yes,
at least an hour and a half. And I think, and I just want to inspire somebody, as you inspired me, Dr. Rhonda, because you have like 5 or 6 books, I believe, 5 or 6 books. But, this is my first cooking book. I never thought that my first published book would be a cooking book, but it just happened that way. But I want to inspire anybody that, if you have the seed, you have the thought that you want to write a book, Dr. Rhonda, she can help you, right, Dr. Rhonda? You can help. At least you can help with the fiction and not fiction novels. But if you want to do a cookbook, Diana Riley, she can help you. So we got all these beautiful people that's going to help your vision come to light. So I'm just excited that
I was just saying Diana Riley is my good friend, and if I send you to Diana, I know she's going to do a good job.
Diana, she will take care of you. She was so patient, and you definitely need a publisher that can be a little patient with you, because we kept changing this stuff. We kept going back and forth, and I'm like, with my busy life and trying to navigate that and things like that. So she really worked well with me, and she really got it. You know how it is, Rhonda. When you're so busy, because you got multiple hats as well, and you're navigating so many things. Sometimes you got to put stuff on hold. You just got to postpone things. So just have my next stage play is going to be in June, between June and July. Do Birds Fly in the Ghetto is my next project. So I'm going to be doing a casting call for that. Yes. So I haven't left the theater community alone. I haven't left my writing alone. It's just It's just on the back burner while I, do my catering thing. But it's phenomenal. I'm looking forward to it. That title, I got that title about 5 years ago, Rhonda. Sometimes you can hold on to a title until you actually make it work. Yeah, I got that title about 5 years ago, and I said, you know what, it's time for me to do this production. So I'm looking forward for that. So do Birds Fly in the Ghetto? Y'all look out for the advertisement for that. So I'm just excited. It's going to be a great year. We're already going into the summer almost. So before you know it, it's going to be June, and then we got 6 months left in 2024. So it's not too late for everybody to get those bucket lists checked off. Yep. So I'm excited.
So